April 24th, Race Street Jam, be there, or be square. Say a prayer for my brother. And then I got a package revealing for you guys that I'm going to do. So we'll see if you guys can guess what it is. Morning. So Sick Flow here. We got another Sunday sessions going on. As you can tell, a little bit under the weather still, but we'll make it through the storm. Ain't been feeling too great the last couple days. Today, there's a couple things I want to get into. April 24th, mark it on your calendars. April 24th, Race Street is having an indoor-outdoor jam at their facility. I don't want to leak too many details, but it's going to be pretty much an open jam format instead of like a competition format. We're going to do kind of like a best trick, bunny hop, foot down, stuff like that. We'll have some food in there, looking to get some music in there. So April 24th from 12 to 4, but that's pretty sure that's open. Like it'll go longer than 4. So mark it on your calendars. It's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna kick off the new year good, and hopefully it projects other towns and cities to launch kind of jams with their area. So I'm hoping that it'll get everything rocking and rolling. With the Race Street Jam, we're gonna build some outdoor obstacles so we can have the garage doors open and kind of have a good park session going on inside, and then outside we'll have whatever food we're gonna do, and then like obstacles, we're gonna build a couple street obstacles for outside. We got the Cerbrosa rail, a couple kickers, a couple wedges. So it should be really fun. Not really like a hard competition based jam, more of like a um, hey, let's get everybody together and have fun riding bikes type of jam. It's open to skaters and rollerbladers and scooters too. So it should just be a good all around fun jam to start off the year. $10 for admission for riders. Spectators are free. And I think that covers everything for now. And I'll keep you guys updated as I find things out that are to be released. I'm going to kind of fill them in with each Sunday session video up until the jam. And I think I'm going to record the jam. I kind of want to be like, kind of film all of it more than like be an outside view. So, got a package on the way, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an unveiling with you guys and sort of kind of unpackage it and let you guys kind of see what it is, and make it kind of fun. With that, we got Race Street Jam, April 24th, and then something that's not BMX related that I wanted to get into is that Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, March 30th, if you guys could say a prayer, is my brother's death day. He's been gone now. This will be 10 years. He's been gone. So, it doesn't really get any easier. But I would just like you guys to say a prayer for him. Keep him and my mom in your guys' thoughts. I appreciate it. With that too, let's get into a little BMX story, yeah? Oh, I got one. Okay, so I was at the New Philly skate park and I was learning tire grabs, which if you don't know what a tire grab is, it's a trick where, you jump a box or a jump and you take your one hand off and you grab the tire and stop the tire, put your hand back on. And I had them pretty dialed, I thought, and it was like a summer day and it was like early. I remember nobody was really there because it was it was super hot. That's all I remember is everything was super hot. And there was like two random kids there and like a couple rollerbladers. And I did a tire grab over this box at the skate park. And when I grabbed the tire, and I went to put my hand back on. My hand slipped off the handlebar, like off the grip. And so when I landed, all my momentum just shifted me forward, and I like stoppied the whole way down the ramp, like on the bars, until I hit the concrete, and then it like slingshot me forward. And I mean, I hit my face and my mouth, and it's still messed up from it. But I slammed, and I didn't break anything, but my whole side of my face was all bloodied up. My lip was busted, and my tooth was chipped. And I remember, I'm like, man, I gotta call somebody. And I don't ever call nobody. I'm like, if they know if I'm calling them, I can't. You know what I mean? I'm messed up. So I call my brother, and I'm like, dude, you gotta come get me. Like, you gotta come get me. It's bad. And he used to have this Camaro, and it was sweet. It was so bad. And so you could hear it from the top of the hill coming down, and he come flying down there, and I'll never forget it, man. He's like, comes up to me, and he's like, oh yeah, we gotta go. And I'm like, I knew my brother was telling me like we gotta go. That it was probably not the best. So as we're hopping in his nice car, throws me a towel or something, and he's like, "Don't get any blood in my car." I'm like, yep, okay, I'm just kind of, just kind of leaking here. Like, I don't know what you want me to do about it. He's like, "Don't get blood in my car." Oh, okay. So then we go to leave, and brother was a hothead, man. But he was true in what he was true in what he was mad about or whatever. It wasn't just like uncontrolled rage. It was controlled to an extent. But anyways, so we're going to drive out of the skate park, and the skaters were looking over, and they weren't saying anything. They were just kind of like onlookers. My brother's all fired up, like, what are you looking at? Da, 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 da. And they're like, nothing, man. We're just making sure he's okay. Like, oh, okay. And then like he ended up knowing one of them, which was somebody that actually passed away, James Short. He's since left us too. Um, but then they kind of talked for a quick second. We're like, oh, it's cool. And so then we're leaving again, and we get about another 30, 40 feet, and there's this kid and his dad playing baseball. And my brother's, ripping out of the skate park. And when you come down to the skate park, you don't, it's like a said rule. If you're like throwing rocks and gravel down there with your car, like, you're going to receive that back. So, like, it's a said rule to not, like, burn out down there and stuff. But, anyways, this baseball coach dad was like, slow down. And, my brother, he was in the Marine Corps too, so he always had that mentality. And he kind of said some words to the guy and kept going. And we get up to the light in Philly, in New Philly. It's like one of the main intersections. As you're going up the bridge, the other way you can go over to the mall. This fool, look, he looks this way, he looks that way. He says F this, drops gear. Wow, I'm talking some what's that? With Paul Walker. Fast and the Furious. Oh my god, brain fart. He pulls some Vin Diesel, Challenger or whatever car he has in there, just bah, 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 and just does a donut right in the main intersection of Philly. And I'm sitting there. You gotta remind you through all this. I'm sitting there still trying to not get any blood on his car, and I'm leaking. Like, it's not like it's a little cut. Like, I'm leaking. And he whips this thing around, goes sideways, hit my head off his door. Anyways, I don't want to get into that part. But he whips it around, and we go flying back down there, and he has some choice words with that guy. Um, you know, and he's like, you see my brother right here? I'm in the Marine Corps. Da, 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 da. My brother's hurt. I'm taking him to the hospital. Don't worry about it. And dude's like, okay, sorry, I was just telling you, slow down. We don't like speed limit. He's like, I know, you know what I mean? I used to come here. And he's like, look at him. And I'm like, I look up, like I stand up out of the car, and I'm like, yep, I'm I'm leaking. Like I need to go. Hey, Shawn, you ready? Like, what are we doing? And so, man, so we get back into the car. We'll leave the skate park again, peel out of there, same thing. And we no sooner get back up to that light, and here comes the cops and the ambulance, everybody flying down over the hill. I can't make this stuff up. And so my brother pulls over. He already knows, like, he's like, shit. So he pulls over and he's like, go with the ambulance. So I go with the ambulance and I'm over at the hospital. I get stitched up, woo woo. And it sucked, man. They had to clean it out. It was just hot. My lip's still messed up from it. I have like a hang lip and a chipped tooth and like don't have a feeling right here. And so anyways, so my brother, my last see of him is him talking to the cops. And I'm like, here we go. So we ended up, I get done. I meet him back at the house. He's there. He didn't get in, I'm like, so what happened? You good? He didn't get in no trouble. Of course not. He had a gift of gab, man. He could talk himself out of anything. But he was justified in what he was doing. He was taking care of his brother. He was trying to help his brother who just got severely injured. You know what I mean? But so he didn't. I was like, what happened? He's like, nothing. Like, okay. So, um, everything was good. I got a good memory, a couple good scars, and Sunday session for y'all. It's sick flow.